Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome inside the Crosby Palace, the home of Coach Nick Augelli Court, for senior night for the Crosby Bulldogs as they will entertain Naugatuck High School Greyhounds on what should be a fantastic evening of high school hoops here inside the Brass City. How are you? Alongside executive producer David Thorold, I'm Chris Grace on Sky TV. And tonight we have two teams playing their best basketball on the final game of the season as the 14-5 Greyhounds take on the 12-6 Bulldogs. Both teams comfortably in the top half of the postseason standings. Crosby comes in currently ranked number 8 in the Division II rankings, and Naugatuck currently ranked number 6 in the Division III rankings. So plenty to play for tonight, as this will have an impact on the NBL tournament seedings and also have an impact on the overall state tournament rankings. We will settle all that in just a bit, but first things first, it is senior night, at the Palace, and Crosby will be honoring 5 seniors tonight. It's a very experienced Bulldog team, and 5 of those seniors will be playing their last home regular season game ever at the Palace this evening. As we wind down and get ready for the senior night ceremonies, we'll do our best to echo the sentiments of the MCs who are bringing forward the ceremonies tonight. Crosby's won their last 4 games after falling to 8-6, the midway point in the season. As you normally see with a Coach Augelli team, they peak at the right time. Naugatuck under Coach Michael Wilson having a fantastic year. They've won 9 in a row and 13 of their last 14 games. And they are led by the incredibly talented Jean Lucao, who is a fantastic shooter and long, lanky athlete. Crosby led by their experienced Kerwin Prince, senior, playing his last game. He poses for a photo with Justin Davis. Five seniors: Ramel Reed, Jordan Santos, Kerwin Prince, William Spears, and Shaquille Barnaby.
Over to the Crosby Booster Club, Debbie Master and Irma Sackett.
Welcome tonight to our senior night. Welcome to the Crosby Palace and Coach Nick Augelli Court. At this time, I'd like to introduce our athletic director, Dave Ironimo.
Now turning it over to Crosby, athletic director. If you can.
It's always a bittersweet moment on senior night. It's a great opportunity, obviously, to recognize all the things that these guys have done over the years. but it also means this may be coming to an end pretty soon. So I'm going to be very brief because there's a lot going on tonight, but I'd just like to congratulate our guys and wish them the best of luck the rest of the season. At this time, I'm going to pass the microphone over to our Vice Principal, Mr. Vincent Balsamo.
Now Vice Principal Vincent Balsamo taking over.
I just wanted to take a brief moment to say thank you to our coaches, our families, our players, especially our senior players, for all their hard work this season, over their careers. It's a great honor to recognize you on senior night. I also wanted to recognize the seniors from Naugatuck High School for a job well done, the work you put in over your career.
Also giving credit to the Naugatuck High School seniors.
Good luck tonight, have a great game, and go Bulldogs.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the cheerleading coach, Stephanie Nichols, who will introduce her cheerleaders.
Now to honor the Crosby cheerleaders.
So if you ladies can come out as I call your name. First, we have our captain, Tatiana Vega.
Captain Tatiana Vega.
Keishla Fernandez. Izzy Figueroa. Azucena Huerta.
And as is the tradition here at Crosby, the basketball players will
Remy Michelle.
give the cheerleaders flowers.
Misha Sanchez, Paige Leslie, and Emily Cruz. As is our tradition here at Crosby, we also would like to recognize the seniors from Naugatuck.
Now they'll recognize the Naugatuck seniors.
Dwayne Fisher, John Luco, and Andrew Robertson.
They honor the four Naugatuck seniors, Gawain Fisher, along with Sean Lacow,
To introduce our coach, Nick Augelli.
Andrew Robertson,
Thank you. I want to thank Naugatuck High School for sitting down through, I know it's tough for a game.
And
It's a
Shane
long game
Carey.
for both teams. I like
Now
to
Coach
thank
Augelli
Danny
taking
for
over.
a great job they did with the gym. My coaching staff, Larry DeVito, Bill Mahoney, Kathy Awad, and Joe White. Our team statistician, Diane Hale. Where's she? Okay, I guess not here. All right, I have a couple plaques to give. The first one, this individual was a student at Crosby. He was a player on the Crosby basketball team. He was a coach, and he's a great friend. And for his 15 years at Crosby, our friendship is going to remain forever. And he's leading cheer. He's built a family by leaps and bounds. Coach Percival, thanks for everything. He walked slowly when he played too, so. Also, we have an individual that's been part of Crosby for 20 years. He thinks he's retiring. The only thing he's retiring from is the commitment to be here, but he's going to be here and after we'll pick him up. He's done a great job. He's irreplaceable, and he's done a great job for Crosby for 20 years, and that's Joe White. He walks slower than Bert.
Coach Angeli awarding a plaque to Joe White for 20 years of service. I think now time to honor the Crosby senior basketball players.
And now for our Crosby seniors. Number 34, Shaquille Barnaby, met at half court by his mother and stepfather, Maria and Augusta Barnaby.
Kyle Barnaby, first senior honored.
Tyler Spears is not here this evening, but his brother Chris Spears will accept his awards.
Tyler Spears, who's not here tonight. His brother Chris will accept on his behalf.
20, Ramel Reed, met at half court by his mother Reagan Rowland.
Ramel Reed.
Number 3, Jordan Santos, met at half
Jordan
court
Santos.
by his mother and father Maria and Manuel Barbosa, his aunt Anna, his brothers Patrick and Jeremy, and sister Jada.
Jordan Santos, the
Number 20, Ramel Reed, met at half court by his mother Reagan Rowland.
and now Ramel Reed. And the final Bulldog that will be honored is Bulldog with the most experience,
Number 0,
Kerwin Prince.
Kerwin Prince, met at half court by his mother Alana Prince, the rest of his family, sister Alicia, and his stepfather.
Kerwin has been a significant contributor for this team for the last 3 years. So Reed, Santos, Prince, Spears, and Barnaby, the 5 seniors honored tonight here at the Palace.
I'd also like to recognize our team statistician, Zion Mayer, team videographers, Nadine Savani and Yorana Ojazi, and our senior team videographer, Geraldine Butler.
As is custom, I just make a quick note for every player. introduce our team. Tyler Spears, unfortunately, is at the clinic right now. They think he has pink eye, but we're going to miss him, and he's close to 1,000 points, and we're going to miss him tonight. Ramel Reed, okay, he's been a great player. He does all the little things that's necessary in the court. Jordan Santos, three-point shot to him is like a layup. I'd rather see him take a three-point shot than a layup. And Curran Prince, just for the Northern players and the Crosby players, there's only one player that's made it through 4 years of Crosby here from freshman year, and that's been Kerwin. We start with 100 kids trying out for the team, and Kerwin's the only one that made it through 4 years.
Coach Augelli speaking on Kerwin Prince
Maybe it's the coaching, I don't know. He's also
being the only player that's started as a freshman at Crosby that is finishing out as a senior.
Thank you, everybody, especially the Dominic team, for putting up this senior night. Thank you.
And we're going to present Kerwin Prince with the 1,000-point ball.
Honoring Kerwin Prince with a basketball for scoring 1,000 points. And he'll be added to a list of great Bulldogs who have topped the 1,000-point plateau. Always a heck of an achievement.
And again, a special thanks to Debbie Bassett on the second and the Crosby Booster Club for doing a tremendous job tonight at senior night. Paige, we're going to have 5 minutes.
Thanking Debbie Vassar and the Crosby Booster Club for putting together a fantastic senior night. So we're going to take a real quick breather, and when we get back, it will be time for the Greyhounds and the Bulldogs to tip it off at the Palace. Naugatuck and Crosby coming up after this on your home for Waterbury High School basketball, Sky TV. Welcome back inside the Crosby Palace, the home of Coach Nick Augelli Court, as we get ready for the start of tonight's game between the visiting Naugatuck Greyhounds and the Crosby Bulldogs. Just finished up our senior ceremonies here at the Palace, and now all we need is a national anthem, some starting lineups, and then we'll tip it off here in Waterbury. Naugatuck 14-5, winners of 9 in a row. Crosby has won 4 straight after falling to 10-8. They're now, or to 10-6, or 8-6, excuse me. Suddenly becoming dyslexic tonight. They are 12-6, winners of 4 straight, and they are playing their best basketball. First things first, we will honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
We welcome our guests from Naugatuck. We'd like to remind all spectators that the CISC and NBL requires to maintain high standing of courtesy, fair play, and sportsmanship. Behavior not acceptable will be cause for removal from the contest. Please enjoy the game and good luck to both teams. Now everybody please rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
Time for tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Naugatuck Greyhounds at 14-5, winners of 9 straight, ranked number 6 in the Division III standings in the state of Connecticut. Essie Nakpama, along with Derek Jagello, Jean Lecow, Avery Hinnon, and Gawain Fisher. Coached by Michael Wilson, 14-5 overall. It's a Naugatuck team with some youth mixed with some really good experience.
And now for the Crosby Bulldogs, introducing first, number 1, junior point guard, Justin Davis.
Justin Davis, the junior point guard.
Number 34, senior center, Shaq Barnaby.
Shaq Barnaby started center.
Number 20, senior forward,
Ramel Reed.
Number 3, senior guard,
Jordan Santos and Kerwin Prince. So it'll be Jagello, Fisher, Hinnon, Lukow, and Onakpalma for Naugatuck. Prince, Davis, Santos, Reed, and Barnaby for Crosby. Crosby wearing their home white uniforms, trimmed in royal blue and red with blue numerals. Naugatuck in their road grays, trimmed in silver and white with white numbers. Alongside David Thoralt, behind the camera, on production, I'm Chris Grace, and we're excited to be with you on Senior Night at the Palace. Final instructions from the legendary coach Nick Augelli. He sends his team out onto the floor. 4 out of the 5 starters are seniors. Just Davis will be back here next season. It's going to be Hinnon, who's a freshman for Naugatuck, jumping up against Prince. Crosby wins the tip, moving from left to right on your Sky TV screen. Naugatuck comes out in a 2-3 zone. Down low for Prince, he's bumped, puts it up, no. Fights for the rebound, it's off of Lecow out of bounds, and it will stay with Crosby. Looks like Naugatuck's coming out in like a 2-3 matchup zone. Davis goes in for Barnaby. Davis with a long 3, pure. Justin Davis hits from downtown, it's 3-0. Crosby will fall into a half-court man-to-man set. This is Jean Lecow. Step back long, 2 is good, with Prince all over him. Lecow shows off his abilities. Barnaby for Santos. A rainmaker 3 off the glass, no. Rebound loose, secure by Lecow. And his pass too hot to handle for Fisher. Turnover back over to Crosby. Prince thought about the 3. Back out to Davis. Drive, kick out, Santos. Corner 3, that's well short. Offensive rebound, Prince, put back, no. And the rebound grabbed by Hinnon. Now Naugatuck looking to take their first lead. Long pass. Layup no good inside, and the rebound there for Ramel Reed as Fisher couldn't hit from in close. Now Davis on the push. Pull up from the elbow, no. Well contested by Fisher, and the rebound grabbed by Lecow. Jagello Lukow rises, fires, too strong. Rebound tip to Barnaby. Outlet pass for Prince. Prince hammers it home. Kerwin Prince with the first 2 points of his senior night with a big two-handed flush. And Crosby back to a 3-point lead. Dump it inside. It's taken away by Prince. Davis left alone for three. It's good. Can't leave him that open. He's got 2 triples. It's a 6-point lead. Onokpoma driving on Davis. Counted and one. Essie Onokpoma. The strong drive and finish.
Crosby foul number 1, Justin Davis. That's his first. Shoots first. That's the Naugatuck. Shoots 1.
Onokpoma knocks home the free throw to complete the 3-point play. Now the Greyhounds go to a 1-2-2 3-quarter court press. Bulldogs deal with it for Barnaby. Into the corner, Reed for 3, too strong. Weak side rebound there for Hinnant. Nearly taken away by Reed, but he couldn't keep it in play. Now Crosby will pick up full court. Get it into Jagello. Forward to Lukow. Sweeping to the bucket, off the glass, no. Rebound fought for. Tip back out from the elbow, rattles around and out. Jagello had a chance at the rebound, out of bounds. They're saying last touch by Crosby. I'm not sure exactly how. Looked like 2 Greyhounds were fighting each other for the rebound. Fisher leaves it with Onokpoma. Hanging from 6 feet, that's short, and the rebound is there for Santos. Davis. Outside with Kerwin Prince. Fakes the pass, leaves it for Barnaby. Harassed out to Santos for 3, and that's off the side, no good. Back the other way, too strong on the layup. And unable to save it as it was Fisher who couldn't hit from inside. Jonathan Rivera replaces Santos for Crosby. 4:18 to go in the first. Bulldogs on top 8-5. Nearly taken away. Onokpoma kicks it to Jagello for 3, rattles around and out. And a tie-up as Barnaby and Onokpoma got entangled. It'll be Naugatuck basketball on the alternate possession. And Coach Wilson didn't think they were going to get it in, so he uses the timeout. Timeout on the floor, the first taken. Naugatuck trailing Crosby 8-5 halfway through the first quarter at the Palace. It's the first meeting between these 2 schools this year. Naugatuck had a tough start to the season, but boy, have they found their form late. Winners of 13 of their last 14 and 9 in a row. I understand how they could start slow. Onokpoma is a freshman, as is Avery Hinnant, so you're starting 2 freshmen. In for Fisher. Fisher inside. Hinnant rattles around and out. Offensive rebound. Put back, no. Then Prince gets in there to clean up the rebound. Neither team finding success from the inside. Jonathan Rivera hesitates. Hangs, a lot of contact, and out of bounds. Last touch by Naugatuck. Naugatuck really mixing up their defensive looks. Reed for Rivera. Davis throws up a little runner. Short. Offensive rebound. Prince. Put back too strong. And then a good fight inside is controlled by Hinnant. Jagello picks up his dribble. Almost stuck. Bailed out by Fisher. Cow picked up by Reed. Cow looking to drive. Pulls up from the free throw line. Rattles out. Barnaby with the rebound. Up for Davis. Kick to Reed. 3-ball from the wing. Too strong. Prince with a great offensive rebound. Lost it though. Onekpoma with the steal. And an offensive foul. Barnaby had position, and Onekpoma a little too fast for his own good. But boy, you could see the talent that that freshman possesses. His frame fills out. He's going to be very tough to handle. Naugatuck brings in Shane Corey and Andrew Robertson. Davis drives baseline. Kick out Rivera. A three is blocked by Onekpoma. Prince comes away with it though. Onekpoma's got to be careful not to pick up that second foul. Prince for Reed. Ramel back out to Prince and they'll reset. Naugatuck bench appreciates the defense. Davis for three. Davis with his third 3-ball. He's got 9 points. Crosby's lead is 6. Robertson leaves it with Jagello. Wants the handoff, but it's taken away. Back with Robertson. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Robertson with a tough 3-ball, and it's good. With a hand in his face, Robertson hits from downtown. First 3 for Naugatuck, and it's a 3-point game. Davis leaves it for Rivera, back out with Prince. Reed. Barnaby. Rivera. Davis for 3. Not this time. Rebound tipped up by Corey, and he saves it right to Reed. Reed looking to drive. Stripped by Jagello. Jagello with the push. Euro step. Blocked by Rivera. Couldn't save it, though. It's Naugatuck basketball with 1:04 to go in the first. Crosby leads 11-8. Robertson, step back 3-ball. Rattles around and out. Tipped up to Prince. Outlet pass for Rivera. Finds Barnaby. He's fouled from behind. No, a travel's going to be called. Coach Augelli can't believe it. I'm a little surprised too. Looked like he only took 2 steps and he was bumped. Jagello rises and fires and hits. And we are tied at 11. Reed looking for the answer. Off the side of the rim. Jagello, Naugatuck looking to take the lead for Robertson. See if they hold for the final shot. Lukau with 24. Robertson takes a dribble, fires and hits. He's got 2 threes in 3 attempts, and Naugatuck takes their first lead. It's 14-11. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Davis will hold for the final shot. Prince sets the screen with 5. It's taken away by Lukau. Lukau pulls up from just over half court and it's short. So the Greyhounds end the first quarter on a 9-0 run. They lead 14-11 after 1 at the Palace. Right back with more right after this on Sky TV. Davis with a big first quarter to lead Crosby, but Naugatuck has caught fire from the outside. 3 straight 3 balls for the visitors, and they lead 14-11 after 1. Bulldogs will start the second quarter with the basketball, moving from left to right on your screens. Double team Davis, get it into Barnaby, leaves it there for Rivera. Rivera left alone in the corner for 3, too strong. Barnaby with the weak side rebound. Santos will put one up. That's no good. Robertson in transition. Oh, nice play. Finds the diving Fisher for 2. Tell you what, this Greyhound team looks pretty dangerous moving forward. Balanced. They're not just relying on Lukau, which they really did so much in the last couple of years. First foul on Yellow and second actually on Naugatuck. Prince is fouled. Jose Suarez comes into the game wearing number 15. Davis needs to get it in, just does for Prince. Kerwin using all his strength to get to the bucket for 2. Kerwin has 4 points, trims the lead to 3. Kick out, corner 3 ball, nothing but the bottom of the net. Keywan Edwards for 3. Davis penetrates, kick out to Suarez. Back with Rivera, now Barnaby. Prince. Greyhounds continuing to mix up their defenses effectively. Davis couldn't get it to go. Out of bounds, last touch by Crosby. Lukau in for Jagello. Greyhounds with their biggest lead, it's 19-13. Lukau top of the key, and see if Coach Augelli takes the timeout. Greyhounds cannot miss from the outside right now. It's a 9-point lead. Suarez. Leave it for Barnaby. Barnaby. Now Prince working on Lukau. And that's going to be an offensive foul, I think, on Prince on the push-off. with the clear out. Ramel Reed checks back in. Strong take, but couldn't find the finish. Robertson with the putback, no. Barnaby with a much needed rebound for Crosby. Now Davis will look to push. Back out for Reed. Other than Davis, though, no one's been able to hit a shot for Crosby. Davis will try another one, and he knocks home another one. Davis with his fourth three ball cuts the lead to 6. He's got 12 points, all coming from downtown. Lukau steps into a three. It's short, but it works like a pass as Corey lays it up and in. Davis is fouled by Robertson before the shot. Fourth team foul, first on Robertson. So Prince and Davis have scored all 16 points for the Bulldogs. Just over 5 to play in the first half. Inbound to Prince. Prince looking to drive. Prince fouled, and he'll get to the free throw line. He'll get Lukau for the bump. That is the 5th team foul against Naugatuck. First on Lukau. Alex Batista comes in for Rivera. Prince splits the 2 free throws. It's a 7-point game. Lukau turns on the Jets, throws up a runner. No. Gets the offensive rebound. He's fouled by Davis. No, they're actually going to get Bautista, which is a break for Crosby. That would have been 2 on Davis. Instead, that's 1 on Bautista. So Lukau goes to the line to shoot 2. Short. Triple substitution for Naugatuck. Jagello, Onokpoma, and Hinnant all check in. Brings the lead back to 8, and now 1-2-2 full court pressure being shown. And it's blocked by Onokpoma. And Prince is able to, looked like it was going to be off of Onokpoma, but the ref changed his call, gives it to Naugatuck. I think that was the right call. Now Crosby will look to trap in the half court, over and back. They force Onokpoma to step back timeline. Crosby shows that 2-3 half-court trap that Coach Argelli likes to break out from time to time and pays dividends right away with the turnover. Reed. Leaves it with Batista. Now Prince. Back with Reed. Reed spinning, hanging off the glass, no. And Prince with the offensive rebound. Put back, no, but he gets right back to the free throw line. Foul on Jagello. That's going to be 2 on him. It's the 6th team foul. Prince short on the freebie. Robert Sanders and Robertson come back in for rattles home the second. Prince with the steal. Prince, Euro step, and he gets it to go. The 1,000-point scorer trying to lead his team on senior night, cuts it to 5. And again, Crosby shows the half-court trap. They got to get it across the timeline. Almost a 10-second call and almost a turnover on the deck. Tied up, jump ball. It'll stay with Naugatuck, but Crosby is confusing the young Greyhounds now with that trap. 3:45 to go in what's been a fun first half here at the Palace. Back and forth. Naugatuck currently leading by 5. Crosby led early. Taken away by Davis. Davis has it knocked away, and they'll say last touch by Davis. Boy, it looked like it hit off of Davis and then hit off of the trailing Naugatuck player, but with only 2 officials on the floor, I don't think either one of them were in position to see that. And almost another steal, and Reed comes away with it. Forward for Prince. Prince hangs and one! Kerwin Prince taking over. And that'll be the second foul on the cow. 7th team foul, and Crosby right back in this game.
That's his second. Kerwin brings it to the line. Shoot one.
So Kerwin has struggled from the floor, but like we've seen so many times, like a junkyard dog, willing his team forward with effort and strength and determination, as he's done for all 4 years here for Coach Augelli. And he knocks home the free throw to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and Crosby's within 2, 25-23. Sanders. And a timeout. That's a good timeout taken by Coach Michael Wilson. With 3:13 to go in the first half, the Bulldogs clawing back into this one. It's a 2-point game here at the Palace. You're watching Waterbury High School basketball on Sky TV. So something to watch out for now for Naugatuck, as both Lukau and Jagello have 2 fouls with still better than 3 minutes left in the first half. The big difference in this second quarter has been Crosby turning on that half-court zone trap. It's really given the Greyhounds fits. Naugatuck looking to close the regular season with their 10th straight win. Should be a heck of an achievement for Coach Michael Wilson. They come in at 14-5. Crosby is 12-6. It's deflected and taken away. Another steal out of this pressure. Prince comes away with it. Kerwin. Kick out, Reed, 3 for the lead. It's good! Ramel Reed gives the Bulldogs a 1-point lead. Finally, they get some offense from someone other than Davis or Prince. Believe that's the first points of the game from anyone other than those 2. And here's Reed again, and he's fouled. No, a travel. Ramel didn't think so. I actually thought that time he might have shuffled his toes a little bit, if you will. There might have been contact before that, but I like that call better than the previous travel call. But Naugatuck can't even get a shot on this side of the floor. Poma. There they get a good look inside with Fisher. And the senior gives Naugatuck a 1-point lead, 27-26. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first half. Davis kick out, Reed corner three. You betcha. Ramel Reed back-to-back trays, and Crosby with a 2-point lead. Robertson sets up a corner three ball that is splashed home by Edwards. Boy, can't say enough about the outside shooting, really, by both teams in this game. Davis hesitates. Reed tries for his third in a row. This time it's short. Offensive rebound, Prince. First try, no, he fights back up with it, and he's fouled, and he'll get to the line. Foul on Hinnant, his first, team's 8th, and Prince goes right back to the foul line. Short on the second. Rebound tipped out to Onekpoma. And we are deadlocked at 30. And the pass is through the hands of Fisher. Another turnover forced by Crosby. 76 seconds left in the first half. Naugatuck going to apply some full court pressure. As they look to trap Davis. Works it over to Reed. Reed brings it back out for Davis. A long three ball short. Rebound went through the hands of Barnaby. It's picked up by Onekpoma with a minute left. Barnaby will be hit with the reach-in foul. Just the 4th team foul on Crosby. Rivera comes in for Davis with 51.9 left. Davis gets his first breather. Nice feed inside. Hinnant couldn't finish. Rebound there for Barnaby. 40 seconds left. See how the Bulldogs play this. Reed wisely brings it outside. Reed on the spin, stripped, lost it to Onekpoma. Onekpoma, Euro step, and he's fouled by Prince, and he'll get to the foul line.
Crosby foul number 0, Kerwin Prince. To the line for Naugatuck.
Onekpoma, the impressive freshman at the line, shooting 2. Davis checks back in for this last possession. Barnaby takes his seat. And he rattles home the second. It's a 2-point lead. Rivera has it with 15 seconds. To Reed. Now Davis with 10. Davis working on Fisher. Clock down to 6. Davis crosses over. Stripped. Prince comes away with it. Puts it up. Count it and 1. Kerwin Prince just wants it more. And he'll have a chance to give the Bulldogs a 1-point lead with just 1.6 seconds left in what has been a heck of a first half at the Palace.
As they score it. First pitch to line, shoot one.
Rattles it home.
Substitution of Green Jordan Santos.
Naugatuck trying to set up the home run play here with 1.6 seconds left. They get it in. That's good if it goes. Off the glass, not far off. A pretty good look there for Fisher. We head to the break at the Palace on senior night. And the Bulldogs lead 33-32 over Naugatuck. We'll be back in just a bit with more on your home for Waterbury High School basketball, Sky TV. And we're back at the start of the second half at Crosby Palace. Coach Nick Augelli Court, alongside the extraordinary David Therault. I'm Chris Grace. As we had a fun first half as Naugatuck and Crosby exchanged leads throughout. And the Bulldogs hold the narrowest of margins, 33-32, at the start of the second half. Crosby brings their starting five back out onto the floor, as does Naugatuck. Jagello, Fisher, Hinnant, Lukau, and Onik Poma for Naugatuck. Davis, Prince, Santos, Reed, and Barnaby for Crosby. Crosby in the white uniforms, moving from right to left. We'll start with possession. Naugatuck picks up man-to-man to start the second half. Santos tries a three. Can't find it yet, and a foul on Barnaby on the rebound. That'll be Shaq's second. Crosby will start the second half in man-to-man. Fisher working on Prince. And it's deflected and taken away by Reed. Reed leaves it for Prince. Prince lays it up and in. Great play by Ramel Reed. Boy, you know, Coach Augelli talked before the game how he does all the little things. None more apparent than that possession right there. Gets the steal. Smart enough to give it up, and a ticky-tack call there against Prince. As the great Bill Raftery would say, that's a nickel dimer. Little loose change on Kerwin Prince, his second. So now both Prince and Barnaby with 2 fouls. Crosby without much size past those 2 guys. Really no size other than those 2. Onekpoma pulls up from the elbow, gets the roll. 35-34. Davis drives into Jagello on a jump ball. Gives it back to Naugatuck. Onekpoma pulls up from 18 feet, rattles around and out. Boy, he is a confident freshman. Santos, this time, doesn't shoot. Prince lays it up and in. Looked like he was going to dunk it, but lost his traction on the way up and just got the 2. And it's once again a 3-point Bulldog lead. Lukau hangs and one. It's going to be the 3rd on Barnaby. So Lukau could tie it if he knocks home this free throw, and we continue to go back and forth at the Palace. $37 apiece. Reed for 3, too strong. Barnaby with the offensive rebound as he stays in with the 3 fouls. And Reed's pass behind Barnaby. Right to Onekpoma. Oh, nice feed for Jagello. Altered by Prince, and Prince gets the board. Missed opportunity there for Naugatuck. Reed to Santos. Uses the ball fake. Kick out to Reed. Prince. Tie-up is called. That'll keep it with Crosby. Prince lays it up and in. Prince continues to do work exclusively inside the paint. And Crosby with a 2-point lead. And some small change on Ramel Reed this time. That's already the 4th team foul against the Bulldogs. Just 2:32 into the second half. So Naugatuck, if this trend keeps up, is going to be shooting a lot of free throws in the second half. Just the first on Ramel. It's tipped and taken away by Santos. Santos tried to pull it back out, but he was stripped from behind by Fisher. Leaves it for Lukau. Step back 3 ball, rattles around and out. Barnaby with the board. Outlet for Davis. Davis had it and lost it on the way up. Lukau has it now for Naugatuck. Pulls up from way downtown. That's a confident looking shot. 40-39, Greyhounds retake the lead. Santos, kick to Prince. He tries a long jumper that doesn't go. Right out to Santos. Throws up a 3 ball, still can't find the stroke. Lukau again, nothing but the bottom of the net. He's starting to heat up, and the Naugatuck fans that have traveled short distance to Waterbury enjoying what they're seeing. 43-39, Greyhounds with a 4-point lead. Davis, kick out, Reed for 3. Rattles around and out. Offensive rebound. Prince. Putback is good. Boy, Prince is just killing Naugatuck on the offensive glass. Now they look to trap. Fisher for Jagello. Corner three. Short. Offensive rebound. Fisher, and he draws the foul. Second on Davis. 5th team foul against the Bulldogs. Gawain Fisher at the line shooting 2. Batista in for Santos. Robertson will come in for the shooter. I always hated that when you were at the free throw line. You knew you were coming out if you made it. Puts you in a tough spot. You want to stay in the game, but you also want to knock home the free throw. Robertson, who had a nice cameo in the first half, knocking home a couple 3 balls, comes in with Naugatuck leading by 4. Reed uses the ball fake. Nice pocket pass for Barnaby, but he wasn't ready for it. Palma couldn't get it inside. Now all over Prince. Barnaby for Reed. Reed drives, blocked, but he'll go to the line, and that's going to be on Lukau. That's going to be 3 on Lukau. Whoa, no, they didn't call it on him. They called it on Hinnon. So a break for Naugatuck. 2 free throws coming for Ramel Reed. Has all the feelings of a last possession type of basketball game. Ramel splits the 2 free throws. Offensive rebound of Barnaby. Davis for 3. Too strong, and a foul on the rebound is going to be called on Jagello. That's 3 on Jagello. Might be 4 on him, actually. No, I think that's just 3. And Reed's pass, too hot to handle for Prince. Turnovers hurting the Bulldogs in the second half. Fisher in for Jagello. Crosby looks to trap. Hinnon. Kick out. Lukau for 3. No, before the shot, an offensive foul called on Naugatuck. Robertson called for the clear out away from the basketball. Third on Robertson. 3rd team foul. Kerwin Prince. Turned it over. Taken away by Fisher. Fisher. Too strong. Offensive rebound, putback is good for Lukau. And he's really taken over here in the 3rd quarter. Naugatuck with a 5-point lead. Davis is trapped. It's stolen by Robertson. And Fisher scores. And a timeout taken by Crosby. With 2:15 to go in the 3rd, Naugatuck takes a 7-point lead on the road. They try to ruin the Bulldogs' senior night.
30 seconds, timeout.
So, Coach Angeli, the man of whom this floor is named, uses a timeout for the first time tonight as his team will try to respond after falling behind by 7 late in the third quarter. 2:15 to go. 49-42. Naugatuck on top, looking for their 10th straight win. Close out the NBL season. Reed. And on this end, they've really forced a lot of mistakes from Crosby. Davis for three, short. Offensive rebound to Bautista. Out for Reed. Ramel drops it off to Prince. Prince had it blocked. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Onekpoma. Onekpoma, offensive foul. Davis draws the charge, and that's a big call. That'll be the 4th team foul against the Greyhounds. 3rd on the freshman. Correction, 2nd on Onekpoma. Davis uses the Prince screen. Kick to Reed, back out to Davis. Drives, he's fouled, and one! Davis with a hoop and some harm. Corey called for the foul. 5th team foul on Naugatuck. Rivera back in for Crosby. Bulldogs trailing by 4. Fisher has it for Naugatuck. Into the corner, 3 ball is good. Kewan Edwards with his 3rd 3 off the bench, and they've all been nothing but nylon. That was a big one, 52-45. Davis stripped, Lukau with the steal. Hangs and scores. And the Greyhound defense leading to offense. It's a 9-point lead, the biggest of the night. Davis from 18 feet, rattles around and out. Prince with the offensive rebound, the putback is good. Stripped by Reed and a late foul is called. Second on Reed, 6th on Crosby.
That's his second. You want Gavis to line. Shoot 2.
Rattles in the first. Batista comes in for Barnaby. Jagello in for Fisher. .8 seconds left. It's a 9-point lead for Naugatuck. They get it into Davis. Junior guard crosses the timeline. There's 25 on the game clock. Reed back out for Davis. Spinning, loses control, lost the basketball to Lukau. Outlet for Jagello, can't hit, and Corey landed on the baseline and looked to have twisted his ankle and is in a lot of pain. Will be Crosby basketball, but first they will tend to the injured Shane Corey, who looks to be in a lot of pain, and we just hope that it is only a sprain, but he looks to be in a lot of pain. They will help him back behind the basket, see if try to stand him up. You hope in these situations that it is just a sprain and that it is just an ankle and it's not a knee type of injury. You never really can tell. Looked like he was grabbing his ankle. Sometimes a sprain could be worse than a break. You hope that in the long run it's not necessarily worse, but in the short term it can be much more painful. You hope that the senior is okay for Naugatuck. I think they're going to help him up and tend to this injury over on the sidelines as he puts no weight on that ankle. So with 11 seconds left in the third quarter, Crosby will have the basketball. They try to cut into this 9-point deficit before this quarter concludes. Davis. Five seconds, back to Davis with 4. Got to get it up, down to 1, and he's stripped, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. So Naugatuck outscores the Bulldogs by 10 in the third quarter. They lead 56-47 after 3. We'll be right back from the Palace. The conclusion of this one on your home for Waterbury High School basketball, Sky TV. Crosby cheerleaders trying to get some energy here for the Bulldogs. They try to mount a significant comeback to start the fourth quarter. Of course, with the three-point shot in basketball, leads can change very quickly, as we've seen tonight. But Naugatuck seems to be riding all the momentum right now as they look for their 10th straight win and 14th and 15 tries. Fisher on the drive, and an offensive foul is called. Boy, I don't know about that call. They're going to call a push-off. I try to stay neutral with these sorts of things. That looked like a play on, if nothing else. Offensive foul is the call. It will be Crosby basketball. Get it into Davis. Harassed by Fisher. Prince hesitates. Counted and one. As Hinnant was a little late getting over. And that's a big hoop for Prince. Make it a two-possession game if he knocks home the free throw. Third foul on Hinnant, and that is the 7th team foul. So Crosby will be shooting on every foul for the rest of the game. And Kerwin can't hit at the line. Stay a 7-point game. Lukau scores. Coach Wilson not happy with what he feels to be an impartial whistle tonight. Long shot doesn't go down for Reed. Offensive rebound is there for Crosby. Prince hesitates, slips, and it's just saved by Reed. Reed hangs off the window and it rattles out. Tennant with the board for Lukau. He turns on the Jets and glides down the floor. Now pulls up for three. Oh my. Boy, he needs no room at all to get his shot off. It's a 12-point game. Davis gives it up, gets it back, and a travel will be called. Naugatuck threatening to put this one away, and it's a careless turnover there. A little too aggressive from the freshman. Suarez in for Rivera. Crosby really missing Spears tonight. And his experience and wing presence, does a lot of different things. He can shoot, he's athletic. Still just a 12-point game. Reed for Davis. Batista for three, short. Tip up, Prince battling, puts it up and in. Kerwin Prince, can't say enough about his effort and motor. It's a 10-point game, 61-51. Baseline drive and it's turned over. Batista comes away with it for Prince. To Davis, uses the ball fake, throws up a little runner, no. Offensive rebound, put back, no. Third try is good. Coach Augelli wanted the timeout, but he couldn't get it in time. 8-point game. They trap Jagello, and a timeout's taken by Naugatuck. Timeout on the floor, 5:28 to go. Crosby trying to fight back in this one. They've cut it to 8. It's really been the team that takes care of the basketball, seems to be going on the runs. It's a fairly basic idea, obviously, but it's the way it's gone all night long. Each team have gone through stretches of turning the ball over, which have led to some runs. Crosby led by 1 at halftime. Naugatuck took a 9-point lead after 3. So out of the Naugatuck timeout, Greyhounds will have the ball, leading 61-53. 5:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Jagello in for Onokpoma. Tries the bounce pass, and it's taken away by Prince. There's another turnover. And Davis is fouled hard as Fisher goes flying into the scorer's table. And Kerwin comes over to try to snap that Bulldog graphic back into place. I think it broke right off. I think that's going to be a post-game fix. I think they'd be better served to leave that as is, move it to the side, and I think that's what they are going to do. So Davis will go to the line for the 1-and-1. That is the 8th foul on Naugatuck. Crosby can really help themselves at the foul line, get back into this game, but they've got to hit They've struggled tonight at the stripe. And Davis misses the front end. 8 points, the lead remains. Jagello turns it over. Batista with the steal, and Naugatuck just can't get out of their own way right now. Davis off the glass and in. Nice smart finish by Davis. It's a 6-point game. And almost another turnover. Batista doing a great job on defense. Lukau left alone, corner three, bang! Lukau with a dagger three to make it a 9-point game. Davis for Prince. Prince can't hit. Lukau fouled shooting the three, and he'll have 3 free throws. And just like that, Naugatuck back in control. Suarez fouls the three-point shooter in the act. Lukau has had an enormous second half. I'll tell you what, still 4:26 left in this game, but moving forward, gotta like Naugatuck's chances of advancing pretty deep in the NVL tournament. Obviously, Sacred Heart is favorite to win the whole thing again, but outside of the Hearts, I don't know if there's anyone else in this league that's quite as dangerous as Naugatuck is right now. Still work to do in this one. Reed, kick out, Davis, corner three, rattles around and out. And a jump ball. Crosby maintains possession. Rivera in for Suarez. 12-point game. Prince out for Reed. Rivera. Bautista back with Prince. He hangs. Can't hit. Weak side rebound for Rivera, but it's deflected and taken away. Tennant with the steal. Leaves it with Fisher. Lukau for three. Oh my goodness. Lukau is past on fire. He has become completely incendiary here tonight at the Palace. Rivera, top of the key three, too strong. Tipped out, and now Naugatuck with a 15-point lead in the basketball. Davis with the steal. 3-on-1 to Prince. Prince lays it up and in. Quick timeout taken by Coach Augelli with 3:16 to go. Boy, it feels like it was just a minute ago that Crosby cut the lead to 6 on the Davis layup, and then Lukau with 3 consecutive threes. 2 made threes, and then he got fouled shooting a three. 9 straight points to stretch this lead out where it sits at 13 right now. However, the way Crosby's been able to force turnovers, they're not completely out of this game yet, but they're going to have to be nearly perfect. Naugatuck with just 3 losses inside the NVL. Look out. Leaves his feet and is bailed out as he finds Fisher to Jagello, and Jagello's pass out of bounds. Suarez back in for Rivera. Crosby needs to make every single possession count on offense. Get it into Reed as they double team Davis on the inbounds. Very impressed with the strategy from Coach Wilson tonight. Really mixed up his defenses nicely, run great offense. Davis gets to the cup, can't hit. Kerwin tips the rebound out. It's out of bounds, last touched by Suarez. Just gets it into Lecau. He's trapped. Gets it to Jagello. They'll bring it back out for Okpoma. Smart by Naugatuck. Lecau leaves it with Okpoma. Back with Jagello. Crosby's trying to trap, but Lecau for 3. Finally doesn't get one to go. And Coach Wilson is exasperated on the sideline because although Lecau has hit everything he's thrown up, he knows they don't need any shots. He wanted them to hold the ball and force the foul. 13 points is the difference. Davis for Crosby to Prince. Kerwin drives into traffic and scores. Another timeout taken by Crosby. It's an 11-point game with 1:52 to go. Naugatuck with a really good blend of experience and youth on this team. But obviously, Lecau will be the biggest loss for this team moving forward. Fisher also a senior, as is Robertson. But a lot of youth playing significant minutes as well. Jagello's pass fielded by Fisher. Fisher pulls it back out for Okpoma. Jagello and Fisher, and now they foul Gawain Fisher with 1:43 on the clock. That'll be a 1-and-1. 8th team foul against Crosby. Naugatuck going to have to hit a couple free throws to salt this game away. Misses the front end. Prince. Kick out to Reed. They've got to hustle up here, do Crosby. Davis drives. Kick out. Batista. Extra pass to Suarez. A long 2. No good. Offensive rebound, Davis. Out to Reed. 3 ball. Short. Weak side rebound to Lecau, and that's going to just about do it. Jagello with the blow by and the hoop. 72-59, Greyhounds execute there. Davis looking for Prince. Kerwin fouled and one. So Prince to make it a 10-point game with a minute left. Rattles it home. Barnaby checks back in. Crosby will pick up full court. They need to force a turnover. Robertson comes in for Fisher, who's had a great game, particularly on the defensive end. Jagello runs the baseline in for Onekpoma. To Robertson. Crosby's got to give a foul here. And that's not the man you want to foul, as they'll put Lukau at the line. It'll be the final 1-1 for Naugatuck. John Lukau will go to the line for the 1-1. And the talented senior continues to be the difference maker for Naugatuck. Reed with a tough finish. Makes it a 10-point game. Onekpoma for Lukau. They foul Onekpoma with 37 seconds left. That'll probably be the last foul Crosby will give if they don't score. And short on the first. And long on the second. Out for Prince. Prince is going to be called for a charge. Kerwin can't believe it. And that's the fifth foul for Kerwin Prince. So a tough break for Kerwin as his Crosby home career will come to an end. He fouls out, but not for a lack of effort, as Kerwin left it all out there tonight, as he has every game for the Bulldogs. Outlet pass for Lukau. Stripped out of bounds by Reed. And Crosby gives one more foul, which will send Hinnant to the line. Splits the free throws. Davis with the board. Reed for two. And another timeout taken by Crosby with 14.3 seconds left, 75-66. So the big third quarter from Naugatuck was the difference in this one. They turned a 1-point halftime deficit into a 9-point lead, which has not changed here in the fourth. So Crosby will press full court. Jagello gets it in, and somehow Robertson gets it across the timeline, and Lukow will dribble it out. And Naugatuck with an impressive road win. Their 10th straight and 14th in their last 15 tries. So the Greyhounds will end the regular season 15-5, and Crosby will fall to 12-7. But we close out senior night as Naugatuck goes on the road and beats the Bulldogs 75-66. That's going to do it for us tonight. From the Palace, for producer Dave Thorald, I'm Chris Gray signing off. Thanks for watching Waterbury High School basketball on your home for Brass City Hoops, Sky TV. Until next time, so long, everybody.